What's going on, guys? We just got more leaks to the new SPACETIME SmackDown set. Oh my god, there's a lot to cover. Alright, so at first we have Oddish. It only does heal 10 damage for this Pokemon. That's okay, I guess. We're not go too deep into like the normal cards, like as long as they don't have like a crazy effect. But we're just gonna go brush through that real quick. So we have Gloom for 80 doing 30 damage. That's actually pretty good though. I kind of like this. I would play this over the other Vileplume just because it's faster. Like you see this is actually a pretty good list if you think about it, because one energy, one energy, one energy. So you go first, you can use Razor Leaf, and then you go curve, you do 110 damage. So if you draw into curve, this is actually pretty good. Tangela with wait, hold on. Okay, just making sure it's going. Tangela with Tangrowth. Tangrowth is I mean, it's alright. Mega Drain 90 damage, heal 30. I mean, maybe you'd have to play this with what's his name, Superior, I guess, but that's another option. Or you can play with Lilligant, but this is alright. It's just too much energy though. Yanma EX Air Slash doing 3 energy, colorless for 120 damage. Discard a random energy from this Pokemon. That one is good with the Dialga because the Dialga doesn't really care, and this one doesn't care about energy, so the Dialga can work with this. Manaphy can work with this. We haven't got to Manaphy yet, so this is pretty solid. I see it. Roselia being one energy for Sting, Poisonous Whip. Your opponent's acting out poison. It's pretty good. Turtwig, Grotto, Torterra. Torterra is pretty good. It's just it's a fat boy. Torterra has 150 damage and 160 HP, but it's 4 energy, which kind of sucks. But during your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Frenzy Plant. So basically, he's just a fat ass in the bro's just a fat boy in there. He's just getting, bro does not move. He's actually the island. So I mean, 150 though. It's 150. Bro's Mewtwo without. Technically, it's like Mewtwo because Mewtwo you can't do Side Drive unless you have a Gardevoir, right? Say like you have 4, you discard 2, you have 2 left. Next turn you have to put 1 and 2, so basically the same thing. Why is there balloons in my? Okay, there's balloons. I don't know why there's balloons there, but anyways, we have Cricketune. Cricketune is just another your opponent's Pokemon is now confused. It's all right. Burmy, Tackle, Leaf Cutter, another Flip a Coin. Flip a Coin damage, more damage isn't so good. I don't want to get into detail with Flip a Coin do more damage. Cumby is good. Call for Family. Put 1 random basic Pokemon from your deck onto your bench. If you play the actual TCG, Call for Family usually calls 2 or 1. I don't remember. I forgot. I think Pidgey calls 2 or 1. But Call for Family in this game basically just gives you 1 random because they don't want you picking cards for some reason. This is going to be good in any deck. Honestly, this could be used in literally any deck. It's colorless, so you can just put it in anything. Vespiquen, Pierce 120. You probably just play the Cumby because the Call for Family ability is crazy. Carnivine, Flog, Flip a Coin. If it does 50 more damage. Another Flip a Coin do more damage. And those cards are kind of mid, especially for 3 energy. Ugh. Leafeon, they did my boy Leafeon dirty. Leafy Cyclone, 90 damage. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon can attack. That's kind of mid. That's really mid, actually. Energy Cutoff. All this does is just flip a coin, discard a random energy from the active Pokemon. Again, not really good. Shaman is actually good because Shaman is basically Butterfree, but faster and less healing. During your turn, you may heal 10 damage from each of your Pokemon. So basically, it's Butterfree, but like I said, only 10 damage, which is it can be good. It can be good. You might want to play 2 of these and put both of them on the bench so that you can already like turbo the heals. I'd say that's pretty good, and have your active be what you want it to be, and have your your side thing to be whatever you want it to be. I think this 2 is good. 1 is not really doing that much, but 2, yeah, 2 is basically just a faster Butterfree. Obviously, if you get Butterfree like 40 healing, that's a lot better. But like I said, this is faster and it takes up way less deck space. Magmar and Electabuzz finally got buffed. But Magmar, this one really got buffed because you have take an energy from your energy zone and take an energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. So basically, Stoke. It's just like a ramp card, dude. This is literally. I just realized this is Meltan. Meltan is basically a higher HP Meltan. which is good. And Magmortar is basically Melmetal. Basically 100 damage, but it causes burn, but 4 energy. Like, that's what I said. So you can either play this with Moltres EX or by itself, which is pretty good. You can even play this with Infernape. Markogo is 120 HP. We're just gonna skip the basics because they don't really do anything. Markogo is 120 HP. Your opponent's now burn for 2 energy. Pretty good. 120 HP for 1 evolution is actually pretty good. Usually, like, 1 evolutions, like Luminion and stuff, they have like 80 HP, 90 HP. 120 is pretty good. 30 damage isn't a lot, but the burn is good. I like this. This is a good. I realized this is actually a good line. I was thinking Infernape is not that good because it's 140. But if you go Chimchar, 1. If you go in Monferno, it's 30. So that's, like an Executor, right? 30 plus 1. That's 170 damage. If you draw this whole curve and you go first, you can do 30 and 140, 170, knock out anything in the game pretty much. Because nothing's going to evolve faster than that if you go first too. Not even Charizard. Or actually maybe Gyarados, but whatever. Because Gyarados will survive with 10 HP. But Infernape does 140 damage. Discard 2 fire energies from this Pokemon. Discard all fire energy. So even if you ramp, this is like worse Charizard in a way, because Charizard you can ramp up like 7 energies on it and constantly do 200, but this is 140, but you have to discard everything. So meaning you only get value if you just put 2 energy. If you put anything more than that, you're wasting energy. So it's alright. I say this with Arcanine or even Blaine, just the pure Blaine deck. This is actually good. This could be like your killer, your finisher, and then like the Blaine card like Rapidash or whatever. Maybe not Ninetales, maybe just Rapidash. You have or Salazzle, maybe, just depending on like the ratios, like how you want to do it. I think that's how Infernape is gonna be played. Or like I said, honestly, Magmortar could be played with it. Magmortar variant, Arcanine variant with Moltres EX, or Blaine with Rapidash. Heat Rotom, flip a coin, just does 30 more damage. Another flip a coin, just more damage. We don't care about that. Piloswine, this one's pretty cool. Thick, fat. This Pokemon takes 20 less damage from attacks that are fire or water. It's alright. Very specific. That's what makes it sucks. And then Piloswine is the same thing, except it takes 30 less damage from fire or water. Like I said, very specific. It's alright. Maybe you can play this with, I don't know, Misty, and we'll get into the mana if you haven't gone there. Crystal Body Regice. Regice prevents all effects used by your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon, so you can't get like poison and stuff. It says effects of attacks. So I'm guessing like if an attack causes a status condition. Yeah, pretty much. Piplup just heals, Snap, Surf, and Poliwrath is pretty good. I like it because it's 3 energy for 80, but its attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, which is good because basically you have 110 damage for 3 energy because it does 80 and then 30 to something else. It's pretty solid. You can usually, if they have a bench Pokemon in the back, say like a Shaman for 60 HP. Well, Shaman's gonna heal itself, but let's just say it doesn't heal. Maybe they have a Farfetch, whatever. Say 60 HP Farfetch, 80, 30 on the Farfetch, 80, kill that thing and kill the 60 HP in the back. So this guy can kill basic Pokemon. Combos with Greninja, even better, right? Combos with, that's a deck. I just came up with a deck idea. I need to write that down. Floatzel, Jets, flip a coin does more damage, whatever. We don't care about that. It's so mid. Gastrodon, this attack does 20 more damage for 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Another Sniper. Finneon, this one just makes like prevent all damage from all attacks done to this Pokemon. It's alright. Lumineon, we got the OG Lumineon, no Sniper version. Snover. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a fighting Pokemon, this attack does. That's very specific, but you know why it does that? Because Ice. No, wait, no. Ice does not beat fighting. What the hell am I saying? Fighting beats Ice. I don't know why they chose that. A fighting Pokemon. Maybe because, like, ground. Because, like, grass beats ground. So maybe. Basically, this thing has just a double weakness to something. So, yeah, it just does. That would have been nice if they gave that to Abomasnow, but that doesn't do that. It just says 120. It just basically does 40 damage to fighting types, or, yeah, that's weird. Glaceon, I missed this completely when I was doing this on stream. Ice Beam, 60 damage, flip a coin for your opponents. Okay, so basically it's Articuno, baby Articuno with the coin flip and paralyze. That's all it is. And then we have Rodon, Wave Splash. That's generic as fuck, but whatever. Frost Rodon, 2, Blizzard 30. It does 10 damage to each. So this is a little Articuno EX, does 10 damage to everything on the field. Palkia EX, we already talked about Palkia EX on the other deck, but basically 150 damage, and then discard 3 energy to do 20 damage to each of your bench Pokemon. It's kind of mid. Honestly, the Dialga's better. I think Dialga's better. At least Dialga's more splashable. Palkia is more like its own thing. And it's not a bad card. It's not, by no means it's a bad card. It's a good card. It's just like, compared to Dialga, it's all right. Manaphy. Manaphy is good. For 1 energy, 2 energy to choose 2 of your bench Pokemon. For each of those Pokemon, take a water energy for energy. Basically, choose 2 bench and give water energy. It doesn't have to be a water type though, so this can work for literally any water deck. It's either you're playing Dialga or you're playing Manaphy, because you can't play them together because you need water and you need metal for each of them. So Manaphy is pretty good, or you could just play this in a water deck. To be honest, like anything you could play in this on Palkia with Gyarados or literally anything you could think of. To be honest, so Manaphy is actually a good card. Yeah, it might die. It's a sacrifice you're gonna have to make. To be honest, if it dies though, if you at least pull this off once, you're plussing 100%. Because people are like, oh man, that's a waste. No, you're using 1 energy to get 2 energies, and yes, it dies, it loses that 1 energy, but you still got a plus. Why is there balloons right here? I don't know why it keeps doing that, but you keep doing that, so you're plussing. Even if it dies, you're still plussing. Yeah, the only thing you're minusing is losing on that 1 knockout point, which is terrible, obviously, especially playing EX, but you're still gonna plus if you do it once, so that's good. New Magnemite Ram, it's all right. Magneton 2 energy for a Lightning Ball. I see this working. I honestly would rather play the original Magneton, because Magnezone right here discards a lightning energy, so you don't want to waste. If you're playing like Luxray or something else, you want to have already like maybe 4 or 5 uses this attack once or twice before it dies or whatever, and then during those turns that you get 1 energy per turn from the energy zone, you just give it to something else and charge it up. You don't want like to just feed it, die, feed it, die, like feed it and then waste it, feed it and waste it, basically. So I would still play the original Magnezone or Magneton and just charge up a lot of it. Voltorb got a buff. Electro got a buff. Basically, Lightning deck's got a big buff. Tired of freaking Pikachu everywhere. We can actually have some variety. Voltorb, big explosion, 30 damage. This Pokemon does 10 damage itself. I see why it does that, because 30 damage, I guess, for 1 energy is a lot to ask for. You see, Charmander does 30 damage, but he has to discard the energy. So, yeah. This is what I was talking about, the buff. Electrode, 80 HP, 1 energy for 50 damage. So this is like Executor. Like we have an early, we have a going first electric card now. So I would play this like in any electric deck, to be honest. Electabuzz, Electivire. So like Electabuzz is like Magmar. It just charges up. And Meltan, they just charge up energy over and over again. So yeah, there's just like a ramp. They're a self-ramp card. Electivire, except they have more HP. That's what I like about them. Electivire, am I saying that right? Or whatever. Exciting Voltage, 40 damage plus, if you have 2 extra energy, it does 80. So it does 120 damage if you have 4 energy to it. It's like a Lightning Blastoise, I guess. This is good. I like this a lot because, yeah, this can ramp it into it. And unlike Magmortar needs the 4 energy to deal 100 damage and the burn. This can already do 40 damage right away, which is, it's all right, because we do have a Volkner, which we'll talk about later. Actually, we'll just talk about it right now. We have Volkner right here. Volkner, aka Minato from Naruto, because he looks like Minato from Naruto to me. he has the same hairstyle right here, see? He basically, I'm going to look at this one because it's easier to read. Choose one of your Electivire or Luxray. Attach 2 lightning energy from your discard pile to that Pokemon. So we're saying discard, right? You have to discard the energy. You can't just like generate it randomly. So you have to have a Pokemon with energy and it has to die, or you have to like purposely run like, I don't know, like Raichu and discard the enemy. We'll talk about discard right now with Luxray. So we have Hide. This is literally a Dugtrio's Dig. Dugtrio does 40 damage, and then if you flip a coin, you get heads. It cannot die. That's basically what Hide is. You don't die. You can't take any damage from it. So that's pretty cool. Luxio. This is it's alright, 40 damage, whatever. Luxray. Luxray is the biggest sniper I think we have right now, in a way. Discard all lightning energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 120 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you can snipe anything for 120, even the back row. It is crazy. I like this card. And when I was talking about discard energies, that's where the Volkner comes from. Because after you put those energies in the discard pile, the discard pile because like they're virtual, I guess. You can just Volknor and attach 2 to Luxray, and then get the 1 energy per turn and attach it to Luxray and do another 120 damage. So basically, if you have Volknor and Luxray, you're always, each turn, you're always going to do 120, 120, 120, which is crazy. Or you could attach it to Electivire. So I see Luxray, Electivire being a deck. Fucking love it. I can't wait to try. There's so many decks I got to try. Patch Researcher talked about it. Sparking Gadget, 40 damage plus another 40 if you have a Pokemon too. It's all right. Give it Rocky Helmet. It'll basically do 100 damage. We haven't talked about that. We'll talk about the Pokemon tools later. Rotom, Assault Laser. If your opponent's active Pokemon has a Pokemon tool to it, this does 30 more damage. Very specific. I don't really like it. It's colorless though, but I don't see it being a tech because unless Pokemon tool meta is like super crazy, I don't really see like being 50 damage like that useful. You might as well just play something else. Togepi is actually good. Togekiss is actually good. So first of all, 1 energy, stage 1, which means you go first, you can already do 40 damage. We already like that. That's good. So you go first, you could already use this. You go second, whatever. Togekiss. If you go first, so you first stage 1, stage 2, put the second energy. So if you go this is a going first. Like if you draw the whole curve, amazing. Plus 40 plus 60, that's 100 damage. Togekiss is actually good. If your opponent's Pokemon is most likely not surviving that because their stage 1, you're basic. You go into 1, you do 40 damage to that Pokemon. They go into 1, and they do whatever the hell they do to you. You go into 2, and you do 60 more damage. Let's say, for example, Frogadier. Frogadier has 80 health. That's not surviving. Electivire could survive. Luxio doesn't survive either. Like, you know, you get what I'm saying, right? Like, it's just crazy. Like, and on top of that, during your next turn, it does 60 more damage, so it does 120. So say they had a Luxio, you kill it, they put something else in, and then just do 120 to that. Togekiss is actually good. Plus, and if you have freaking, I have to talk about this now. If you have Cynthia, 50 more damage for your Garchomp or Togekiss. That's crazy, dude. Togekiss is actually going to be a good deck. You just Fairy Wind, 60, 100, bam. They call even a Mewtwo. It just does 120, and you just do like Cynthia. If you have Cynthia in hand too, crazy, absolute craziness. Miss Magius EX, 140 HP. This is very basic. It's just 70 damage and make the Pokemon confused for 2 energy. It's all right. It's not bad. It's just like it's all right. I like it. A Routes Teleport. It's basically Abra, Curlia, Slap 20. Someone said this on stream. They're right. The reason why they made it colorless is because Gallade is a fighting type, so you wouldn't want to waste your like psychic energy or your fighting energy on something that's not going to do anything. So that's why they made it colorless. That's pretty good. I like Dusknoir. It's not as good as the TCG or as broken as the TCG, but it's pretty good. It basically 70 damage for 3 energy. Its ability is what matters. As often as you like during your turn, you may choose one of your Pokemon that has damage on it, and you basically just move it to Dusknoir. So you're just playing with damage. Like it's actually pretty cool. And you could heal this. You can use potion. You can like I see this. This is actually a cool card. I have to test it out, like figure it out, but whatever. Drifloon. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes negative 20 damage from attacks. That's pretty good, actually. I like how it's this Pokemon, not like the opponent's Pokemon, because if they use, like, for example, Growl, since if they evolve, it just negates it, but it's this Pokemon, so that's pretty good. Drifloon, 60 damage, that's all right. Just 2 energy. Uxie, Mesprit, this is literally Exodia. We got Exodia. We have Exodia in the game. Uxie basically does 20 damage and gives the energy to one of these, Azelf or Mesprit. Azelf is a sniper, just 20 damage to something. Mesprit is the main like Exodia headpiece. It just does 160 damage for 3 energy, but you can only use it if you have all the pieces of Exodia. If you have Azelf and Uxie and Mesprit, you have all 3 of them on the field, then you can use the attack for 160. But it discards all energy. So I see this deck being used. Uxie charging up Mesprit, and we use the Gardevoir engine. We have Gardevoir to charge up our Supreme Blast. The only problem is that they have 70 HP. That's really low. That's kind of yikes, but at least it's not an EX deck, so you can kind of play around with this. I see this being pretty decent. Maybe you combo this with some of the Pokemon tools I don't want to mention yet because I haven't got there, but there's one called Coat. and I guess it just gives you 20 extra HP, but that's good. Giratina. Giratina's okay. It's just 120 HP, 70 damage for 3 energy. And then it's, if this Pokemon has energy, it just basically has free retreat. It just can retreat for free. So that 3 doesn't really matter as long as you have an energy on it. It's okay. I like Giratina, so it's pretty good. I like the alternate art. The alternate art is a lot better. Cresselia 10. 110 HP. Heal 20 damage from this Pokemon. This one's good. There's the EX that got announced. I'll probably get to that. I don't know if they have it right here, but that one's pretty good. I like this. This is solid. You can use this with like any healing deck, and plus the coat. I think it's a good deck. I would make a deck with Gardevoir. Actually, not even Gardevoir. You don't even need Gardevoir with this. Rhyhorn. You could use Mew, obviously. Rhyhorn, Rhydon, and my boy Rhyperior. Finally, we got Rhyperior. This one's good. Mounting 150 damage. Discard the top 3 cards. We have a mill deck. What are we gonna do with this? I don't know. The thing that sucks about Rhyperior is that I have no way to ramp it up. So you're gonna have to put 4 energy on this raw. There's no way to use Brock or anything. So this is like this is literally technically it's a worse golem. Technically. Yeah, 150 damage, but like you can't ramp it that extra turn, so it's kind of a worse golem in a way. I still like it though. I'll figure out how to make this thing good. Gliscor is another flip a coin, do 20 more damage. We don't care about that. Flip 2 coins. I like this Pokemon. This Pokemon's cool, but it's not a good attack. Nose pass, whatever, spinning attack. There's 30 damage for 50 damage. Those are mid. Or Regirock, Exoskeleton. This is basically it's like Melmetal. This Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks. It's slow. There's no way to ramp it. Dialga does not ramp it because of that. Yeah. Melmetal is probably better. Regirock is mid, sadly. Fighting has no way to get ramped up yet. Cranidos, not 50 damage, bro. I mean, but yeah, it's a fossil technically, so yeah, it's a stage 1. Rampardos is actually crazy. 130 damage if your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by this attack. It does 50 to itself. I say that's kind of worth it. It's only 1 energy. It can like be a specific tech, like, or a finisher or something. Like I like this. I like this a lot. Fossil deck, baby. We're making it a fossil deck, baby. Wormadam. Yeah, it's just generic 70 damage, 3 energy. Riolu, 1 for jab, that's pretty cool. Lucario, Submarine Blow, 40 damage. Attacks used by your fighting Pokemon do, so basically Submarine Blow 60 damage. So you do 20, 60, that's 80 damage. This is pretty solid. I like this. 2 retreat cards, we have Leaf for that. Lucario is going to be able to help out Marshadow to do 120, or even Gallade. Like, Lucario is basically the engine. We got a new engine for fighting. Fighting already is pretty good, but yeah, now we have more. Gallade. Gallade is basically Executor EX. I mean, Executor new one, because Executor does 80 damage plus 20 for every energy. Gallade does 70 damage plus 20 for every energy attached to it. So, a little bit weaker than Executor, but it's only 2 energy to get online, so that's good. It's an EX, so if it dies, that's bad. Stage 3, which is bad too, or stage 2, I mean. 170 HP is good. I like it, but it's Wonder Tree causes though. Wonder Tree causes. We didn't think about that. It's a good finisher. It's solid. Combine this with Lucario, then we're good. We're kicking. Murkrow, 20 damage. Honchkrow is just the worst Lumineon. There's no way to ramp up dark types yet, and on top of that, because it says it does 50 damage to one of your opponents, so it's a sniper, right? Oh, okay. Well, Lumineon has to attack the bench. Honchkrow does not. Honchkrow can attack anything, but the thing is, that 2 retreat cost. Ugh, that shit's bad. Yep, and there's no way to ramp up. You can technically flip a coin and get Lumineon live now, or now we have Manaphy too. So yeah, Dark is not good, but we have Weavile. Okay, double slash, flip 2 coins. This is 20 for, yeah. Okay, we don't care about that. Flipping coin doing more damage, whatever. Actually, that could do 60 damage. That's pretty good. Never mind. It could do 40 actually. Wait, no. Actually, it could only do up to 40 or 20 or nothing. The deck I'm gonna make, I can't be telling my secrets, but Weavile, bro. Weavile does 30 damage, but just like Brushix, the big lips fish, it does an extra 40 damage if they have damage on it. So basically, if the Pokemon just has any sort of damage on it, it does 70. This with Greninja is 90 damage, just like Brushix. So we like this, but it's 1 energy. So Brushix, yeah, it's 2 energy, but this you need to draw into the evolution. But 140 HP, 1 energy is good. 1 retreat cost is good, and Weavile is so like if you go first, you can already do 30 damage. So we like that, and there's more combos with it. We're comboing this with my boy Cyrus. I'm gonna skip into Cyrus real quick because we gotta explain it. Cyrus, where is he? Cyrus. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to damage on it to the active. So basically, it's Sabrina, but you get to choose, right? But they have to have damage on it, right? That's where Greninja comes in. Greninja does 20 damage to the back row. Cyrus puts it in, and then Weavile does 70. So that's 90 damage to anything in the back if you have Cyrus and Greninja and Weavile. Yeah, it's a lot of pieces, but it's late game card. So basically a good sniper. I like this. I'm going to make it. And on top of that, I'll get into Darkrai EX, but you combos with Darkrai EX too. Mighty Anna is just another 60 damage to energy. Stunky, 10 damage. Skunk Tank, 50 damage, but it does poison. This is good because we have a trainer card to search for it, and I'll get into that right now. I'm going to go into, or I'm not going to try to skip too much. Spiritomb just splashes 10 damage to everything on the field, which is alright, I guess. It's like, I mean, no energy. Colorless, right? It's okay. Scorpy, Scorpy. I like this combo. I love Drapion, but 30 damage for 2 energy and 3 damage. 3 energy for 40 damage though. This, you flip 4 coins. This attack does 40 damage for each head, so it can do up to 160 damage. But it on top of that, if you flip at least 2 heads, it makes them now poison too. So pretty good. I mean, 3 energy though. It's kind of a meme. I like this though. I want to try it. I like Krogunk and Toxic Croak. Krogunk, 2 energy is group beatdown. 2 energy dark, 20 damage. Flip a coin for each Pokemon you have in play. So you can have up to 4 Pokemon, right? 3 in the bench, and then Krogunk. Oh, that's 4. So you flip up to 4 coins. This attack does 20 damage for each head, so it can do up to 80 damage for 2 energy. Group Beatdown is the same thing, except Toxic was the same thing, except it's 40 damage for each one, so you can do up to 160 damage. You see this little trend right here, cross poison and Group Beatdown, little trend right there, and so up to 160. That's pretty much it. Darkrai, OG Darkrai is kind of mid. I mean, it's just it's a mid Wigglytuff. The only benefits it has is it can it's not an EX, so that's good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's dark, so it can apply weakness to some fighting types, I guess, or psychics. But it makes him asleep for 60 damage, a little bit weaker. Wigglytuff has more HP. Oh, it's a basic, so technically you don't have to search. You don't have to draw into the evolution, so that's pretty good. But Wigglytuff being colorless, you can ramp it up with like literally anything with Manaphy or Dialga. So that's good that we have like generic ramps now. Darkrai EX is actually good though. Darkrai EX says whenever you attach a dark energy from your energy zone to this Pokemon, do 20 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon, which is good. So if you Weavile being there's no way to ramp up dark types, which sucks right now, but Weavile being 1 energy, right? So once you just put the energy, Weavile is set for life, So your next ramp, you can charge up this Darkrai in the back, and it'll ping 20 damage to the Pokemon in the active spot, right? So Weavile will do 30 damage, but since with Darkrai will ping it for 20. So now basically Darkrai does 20. Weavile's ability now activates. It does 70 instead of 30 because it has damage on it. So now you do 90 damage with the Darkrai Weavile combo. And on top of that, if you have Greninja, you do 110 damage. That's what I'm saying. And then it's a basic, so you don't have to, you have room for it. You have the 1 basic, the 1 stage 1, and the 1 stage 3. So that deck, it does make sense. And you just play Cyrus's and your search cards and all that boring stuff. But This is the deck I'm gonna try out day one. This is it. I gotta fuck around with this deck. Darkrai X is pretty good. 80 damage for 3 energy is not that good, but I mean, that ability is pretty good. Skarmory, Metal Arms, 20. This Skarmory is fucking good. So Skarmory for 80 health and 1 metal, it does 20 damage. But if he has a Pokemon tool attached, it does 70 more damage. It does 90 damage for 1 energy. Like, what the fuck is that? Oh my god. And you have to attach it. The thing is, you have to attach Pokemon tool, so if you break, whatever. But attach the Pokemon tool that gives them extra health, the cape. You could have 100 HP with that ability or that tool, and then 90 damage. That's crazy. Or you give it Rocky Helmet. We haven't even gone to that, but Rocky Helmet basically it will do 110 damage because it'll do 90, and if something attacks you, then it will take 20 damage for just 1 energy, bro. That's Skarmory is actually pretty good. Registeel, very mid, just 3 energy for 90. That's not good. Sheldon, 100. Bastion is fucking good. Bastion says, okay, 3 energy for a headbang. That's okay. It's this. Guarded Grill. If any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks, flip a coin. If heads, this Pokemon takes negative or minus 100 damage from that attack. So basically, it's luck based, yes, but if your opponent does anything under 100 and you flip that head, that's it. Like, it's not, bro, it's not taking any damage. And if you go against a Mewtwo and it just side drive or whatever, and you flip the head, it's only doing 50 damage. It's crazy. This thing will actually thrive. Yeah, 4 retreat costs, whatever. But by the time you probably have the headbang, you could Dialga into Bastion, bro. That shit is crazy. Oh my god, Melmetal Bastion. I see Melmetal Bastion. This shit. I see it working because Bastion could literally just tank for a while. I mean, yeah, it's luck based, but dude, that's a good ass ability. It's kind of broken. Well, luck based, but still. Iron Head, flip a coin, just more. Yeah, we don't care about that. It just flips a coin, do more damage, whatever. Bronze on guard press. Guard press this is literally a golem, but it does it's only 1 stage evolution and then 60 damage during your this takes 20 minus damage. So basically golem, but instead of 30 minus damage, takes 20 less damage. It's all right. But like anything metal is good because of this card. Probopass, they didn't even reveal Nosepass, but 4 energy, 30 plus, flip 3 coins, 50 damage for each heads. That could be good. Another coin flip, but that could be good. But the thing is Dialga, bro. Metallic Treble, 30 damage. Take 2 energies from your energy zone, attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. This is just the biggest ramp in the game. This is so good. I love this card. This card is what we needed. Yeah, it's gonna be everywhere. It's a big engine. Yeah. Dialga enables like this and everything you could imagine that's metal or normal. Or colorless, I mean. Heat and then 4 energy, 100. We don't care about that. We're probably never going to use that unless like we have nothing else to give. After we swap into our ramped up Pokemon or side piece into the active spot, and we have extra energy to chill with, we might just charge up the heavy impact. But most of the time, it's just going to be Metallic Turbo and then get them out of there. Heatran. Steel Tackle. This attack does 20 damage to itself. It's mid. It's super mid. 3 energy for 110 is super mid, but 20 damage to itself also makes it worse. It is a basic Pokemon, so yeah, you can just, you don't have to search for, you don't have to draw into pieces, blah, blah, but also that retreat cost is yikes. Second, Dialga can ramp it up, so that, yeah. Our only dragon that we have confirmed so far is Garchomp. Garchomp is, water fighting. Water fighting for 100. I think this works with a lot of fighting decks. Water doesn't have to be used. You could play Greninja with this, but then you're running 2 stage 3s, which is yikes as heck. This could be played with Marshadow because Marshadow only needs 1 fighting. You could play this with any colorless, to be honest. You want to play this with Porygon Z or something, but I'm saying Marshadow with this and then something else. Some other water type, maybe for Greninja, but never mind, not Greninja. Who do we combo this with? I don't see any waters that can really make this work. Yeah, there's no. Yeah, we'll have to see the rest of the list, but yeah, but the ability is good. You must discard. You discard a card from your hand and you draw a card. That's it. You must discard from your hand. Use ability. Once you're in your turn, you may draw a card. Lickitung. Lickitung got a buff. Yes, we got Lickitung. We got it. We don't care about this. Yeah. Because we have the Alga. The Alga, like I said, it can give you 2 energy to anything. It doesn't have to be metal. And colorless, all these colorless benefit from the Alga. Licky is just a better Lickitung, the OG one. So it will guarantee for 4 colorless, it'll guarantee 100 damage no matter what. You will do 100 damage, but flip a coin and get until you get tails. This will do 40 more damage. So if you could flip at least 1 coin, it's already doing 140 damage. If you flip 2, you're doing 180, and then so on and so forth. But 100 at least is guaranteed. It's not that bad. It's pretty good. One being stage 1, 2. Yeah, this is a high cost. Like, it takes forever, but the Alga, like I said, is gonna get this ramped up and ready. Once it's on the field, though, you're not gonna get it out. For retreat cost. Why do we have so many EVs? This guy eats soap. Someone said that in my chat. It looks like he eats soap. Another flip a coin, just 10 more damage. Yeah, you might as well just play continuous steps. Continuous steps EV from last set is a lot better. It's OP. It can be OP. Porygon. This one is okay. This one has 60 HP and 20 damage. The other one has 50 HP and 10 damage, I think, or 20. I think it's 10 though. I might be wrong, but it had data scan, so you're able to check the next top card, which is, I like that ability. I would still play the OG Porygon. Porygon 2, at least if you go first, you get 30 damage on it with 1 energy, so you can use this. But then Porygon Z being 3 energy, you can't. This would be good going first. You get the evolution 30 damage for 1 energy. If you go first, still you only get 2 energy. So yeah, this doesn't line up. But Buggy Beam does 80 damage. Change the type of the next energy. Basically, you're messing with your opponent's energy. Change the type of next energy that your opponent will generate to one of the following at random, and basically any of the energy types. So you're messing with energy types. That could be good. Sometimes it doesn't even matter because a lot of decks just play colorless. Like it would work for it would work for Garchomp maybe, but like a lot of, say for example, I don't know, Dalga, 2 metal and then 2 colorless. Yeah, that wouldn't work for that. So yeah, it's situational, but it's fun. It's finally we got something for freaking Porygon, not just anything like normal. Now we have Ambipom. Ambipom flip 2 coins. This attack does 40 damage for each head. Another flip coin, more damage. I don't care about that. And basically everything became Rapidash, the new one. Pluck, 20 damage before. Basically 20 damage, and you get rid of your opponent's Pokemon tool, which is crazy. You just steal the freaking Pokemon tool. Staravia, 40 damage, wing attack. That's alright, 20 damage. Staraptor, 140 damage. 3 colorless does 80. Basically, it's Arbok. Arbok does 60 damage for 2 energy, and then they cannot retreat. So Staraptor does 140, 80 damage. 3, they cannot retreat. So that's pretty good, I guess. Slower, and in stage 2, so it's a little bit slower than Starbucks. Arbok, but that's pretty good. I mean, it's colorless. You can ramp it with Dialga. That's also an option. Bidoof, Super Fang, 2 energy. You basically have to have your opponent's active Pokemon's remaining HP rounded down. So just like in the video game, Super Fang, if your Pokemon has 160 HP, it'll go down to 80, which is pretty good, but it can never really kill anything. So I wouldn't. I don't know. It's just a meme card. Barbarol 60 for 2 energy, whatever. Banuri Splash. Oh my god, Lopunny. Everyone wants Lopunny. Oh my god, whatever. But Lopunny, 90 HP, which is pretty good. You go first, you can still use this colorless, so that's good too. Jump kick, 20 damage, that's mid, but this attack does 20 more damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So this is good because you go first, you do 20, so at least you're doing something in the back. You're sniping something. You're working towards something. I like Purugly. Purugly is actually good, and we could search it. I'll get into that. Glameow, 40 HP. Flip a coin. If you get tails, it does nothing. 40 HP, I mean 40 damage, my bad. Flip a coin, you do nothing. Yeah, that sucks, but Purugly is good. You have to ramp it up with Dialga. Like I said, Dialga is going to ramp up everything, but Dialga is good for this because Interrupt does 60 damage for 3 colors. Your opponent reveals their hand. This is not a flip a coin. This is guaranteed. Your opponent will reveal their hand to you, and you get to choose a card from their hand and shuffle it into the opponent's deck. Not flip a coin. It's not Persian. It's not a luck based thing. It's guaranteed. It's 3 energy, but it's guaranteed. And it does 60 damage. It does more than Persian, and has more HP. Heavier retreat cost. I like this. This is good. There's a way to search it, like I said. Chat taught. Just attacking. Flip 3 coins, attacks 20 damage for each heads. It's alright. You could do 60. Fan road on spin. Flip a coin of heads. Your opponent's. Yes, another flip a coin. Oh. Flip a coin of heads. Put your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. That could be good. It doesn't do damage. If it's a stage evolution, yeah, that's good. If it's not, it's whatever. Rigid Giga's Raging Hammer does 50 damage plus more damage depending on how much damage he has on it. So if you do 50 damage to him, he's gonna do 50 plus 50. So yeah, it's okay. It's like a revenge card. We have the fossils for the Bastiodon or the Sheldon and the what's his name? I don't know. Rampordos basically. We have finally got a search card. It's kind of mid, but it's a search card. We got Pokemon Communication. Choose a Pokemon in your hand and switch it with one random Pokemon in your deck. We might just play this. At least we have some way to throw away something and trade it for something else. So it gets rid of dead cards in hand, which is pretty good. We have Giant Cave. This one basically gives 20 extra HP to the Pokemon that has it, which is good. We have Rocky Helmet, which is like Druddigon's Rough Skin ability. Anything that attacks it will take 20 damage back to it. So you can combo this with you can combo this with Druddigon. You put this in Druddigon, and then every time they swing at Druddigon, they're taking 40 damage. It's kind of stupid, but yeah, you could do that. Lumberry, you attach it to something, a Pokemon, and then basically if they get affected by a status condition, you just recover from it and you discard this from it. So basically you could preemptively just make sure your Pokemon doesn't get poisoned or whatever, or anything, sleep. Cyrus, we talked about this earlier, but I'll talk about it again just in case. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has damage on it. So Greninja is going to make this card good. Any sniper deck is going to make this card good, but specifically Greninja because it's free. Combo this. I have a combo. I'm making decks with this already. Team Galactic Grunt. This is what I was talking about the search cards. Put one random Glameow, Stunky, or Krogunk into your deck. From your deck into your hand. Oh wait, it searches the basic Pokemon. Whatever, it's still good. You can make this with the Stunky Glameow deck. Glameow being probably better because it's colorless. Stunky is dark, so you can make a dark deck with this. I guess technically Skunk Tank Toxicroak would be a better deck because they are dark. They already synergize, but I think Perugly or Skunk Tank is better. I don't really like his ability, the Toxicroak. It's another coin flip. I don't want to flip coins for damage, especially for 3 energy. Cynthia, during this turn, attacks used by your Garchomp and Togekiss do 50 plus damage. It's a strong ass. It's basically Blaine. We got another Blaine, boys. Stronger Blaine, but yeah. Volknor, choose one of your Electivire or Luxray. Attach 2 electric energy from your discard pile to that Pokemon. Yeah, you can combo this with Luxray and then Electivire, or you can just use this for Luxray purely. I like this card. We got Minato from Naruto. It's fucking Naruto's dad. Dawn is alright. Moving energy from one of your bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon. It's alright. It's like a generic Lieutenant Surge, but it's only 1 energy, which is mid, but sometimes you might accidentally give energy to your opponent's Pokemon. I mean, you might give energy to the wrong Pokemon or whatever, and you might X-speed and you're like, damn, I wish I gave it to it. There you go. Dawn can solve the problem. So Dawn just helps out any misplays you had in the beginning of the game, or things you did not expect. Like, say I was going to give energy to my Pidgeot or something, but I gave it to Mew instead. And I was like, well, I'm not going to use Mew in this matchup, but I already gave him that 1 energy. You could just transfer it to the Pidgeot. So it's pretty good. It's all right. Mars. Your opponent shuffles their hand. But Mars is basically red card, but on crack. It's basically Iono if you guys play the TCG, but better in a way. Because it's only your opponent. Your opponent shuffles their hand into their deck and draws a card for each of the remaining points needed to win. So, even if your opponent has 3 remaining points to win, they're still drawing 3 cards, which is terrible if you get rid of their hand. if they knock out one of your EX Pokemon, you shuffle their hand and they only draw one card. That's annoying. That's so annoying. And then if it has obviously like, and then if they have one knockout point, then they draw two. So it's just this card is 100% gonna be played. Meta, maybe like one of at least, but this is just a better red card. I see this being really good. We have Tangrowth, 130 HP. Well, these are alternate arts. We're gonna talk about this, whatever. Cumby, Carnivine. This one looks nice. I like this. I like Shaman. I like Mamoswine. It's funny. Gastrodon looks cool. I like this art. Manaphy right here, and then we have Shinx is pretty good. Rotom looks funny. Drifloon, I like Drifloon. I like all these. Like, Giratina, this I like. The OG one is kind of mid, but this one looks sick. I like this. Cresselia also looks pretty cool too. Rhyperior looks like big man Blastoise right there. Lucario, I like this art. It looks like Lucario's the main character, and they're all jumping around. This is like some anime opening song or whatever. Hippo Potters, whatever is alright. Spiritomb looks like is it Picasso, the guy that drew the Twilight, the Twilight the art, the picture, the famous picture with the night sky and the little stars that look like sword. It looks like that. You guys know what I'm talking about, the painting, right? It looks like the painting. Krogunk. What is he like in a skill crane machine or crane machine? What the fuck? He trying looks funny. He's like literally right here, and then like they're just digging around him or something. Like Mark Hogan. I like this one. Garchomp just chilling on the couch, bros. I like that. I like this one. This is nice. Staraptor looks hard too. Bitoff is just another Diglett meme. Glameow, I like cats, so I like this picture. Just looking at something in the mirror. Regigigas looks like he stands on business, like with all his homies. Bro, it's just a mob boss. Yeah, Megafor looks sick. Infernape looks sick. Palkia looks pretty good. Pikachu is bright as hell. Miss Magus is alright. We already saw this. So this looks funny. Just like what kind of poses that? It looks kind of funny. Weavile looks pretty good. Like, come on, bring it. Darkrai looks good. I like this one better than the other one, but it's alright. I like both. Dialga's good. Licky is funny. I need this for the memes. Cyrus looks like he's about to just like, I don't know, he's gonna crush your ass or something. Team Galactic over here with the bowl cuts. Cynthia's, we all want this. Everyone wants Cynthia for some reason. Volkner looks like he's about to save the village. He looks like he's about to save Konoha. He's about to go flying Raijin. He looks like Minato from Naruto. Don looks pretty good. I'm still a believer in Leaf, but this art is pretty good. I like Leaf better though, but whatever. Enough of my personal opinion. Mars, I want this. I like this art. This art looks nice. Second, this card is OP. Everyone's gonna play it. Fuck this card. Yeah, Mega looks nice. And this Infernape looks a lot better. I like this. Pikachu looks like my cat has a fluffy tail. This literally looks like how my cat looks like, that fluffy ass tail. I like this. This reminds me of my cat. Miss Magus, okay, it looks nice. I like this one. Galay looks like he lost his purpose in life, his resolve. He's like, Dosuru Dosurebai. Like some anime character, like, what should I do? What should I do now? Ima Dosurebai. Okay, enough of that. Enough Japanese. Weavile EX. This is pretty cool. They better leap onto this. Was this Swinub? Poor guy. God damn. This one is good. Darkrai creeping up into, I don't know if that's a trainer. I zoomed in on it. You can't really see the face because of the artwork. I need to zoom on it hard, but this bro is creeping. Solely from Monsters Inc. Darkrai and Monsters Incorporation confirmed. Licky EX, bro is stealing from Uber Eats. That's sad, but it's funny. I like this one. Palkia looks like he got put into Persona 5, you guys play Persona 5 where they have like the background is like black and white kind of with a little bit of red. That's what it reminds me of. I kind of like it. It's pretty cool, especially like the space distortion is hard. Dogga, I don't know why he's looking at the sunset. He looks, bro's depressed. Why would you be here in this specific spot by yourself? I don't know. This is cool though. I like this, but I like how they made this one about space, but they didn't make this really about time, which kind of sucks. But I do like this sunset. This is hard. The golds are pretty mid. As you can tell, the golds are just another copy of the full arts. This one and this one, and it's just a full art. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. What kind of decks are you guys gonna make when the deck in the not the deck? That's pretty much it. Let me know what kind of decks you guys are gonna make when the set drops. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know in the comment section. Also consider leaving a like, a comment, and subscribing, as it helps me out a ton. We're almost at 500 subscribers. I will get decks out as soon as possible. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one.